Ciao a tutti! Today we're going to visit the Panificio. What's Panificio? I am Massimo Bruno, I'm a chef, I'm a Pugliese born. I was born in Bari, and today we're going to be in Monopoli. We're going to visit the Panificio. We're going to start in the old town, and then we're going into the outskirts. Pane in Italian means bread. It's where they make the bread. The first panificio we're going to visit today is Gran Forno, Santa Caterina, so since 1977. So this has been almost here in 50 years. It's right in the middle of the centro storico, the old town of Monopoli. And one thing also to describe panificio in Italy, sometimes we call them forno. Forno in Italian means oven. Also because a lot of these bakery were born as a communal oven at the beginning, and then they became more like a commercial bakery. So let's go inside and check out what they have. Salve, buongiorno. Come va? Tutto bene? Massimo, ciao. E questo è suo figlio, this is the son. So Angelo is the son, which have the bakery here since 1977, dal 1977, giusto? So it's almost 50 years. Ma questo prima era un forno comune o no?
No, noi siamo partiti da un forno a legna.
Ask if it was this a communal oven, and they said, well, we start actually, this was a wood burning oven first, which is close to here, from his parents.
I miei genitori, mio padre ha aperto questo forno a legna nel 1977.
So in 1977, their parents opened this wood burning oven close to here.
E poi piano piano abbiamo comprato quella parte.
See, on top of there, there's the photo. It's really Gran Forno Santa Caterina. That's his father, his grandfather then. Slowly, they improved this area and they bought these places. Probably one of the best locations here in Monopoli. Chi lavora qua? Lei, suo figlio, i due figli?
Mia moglie, due figli, mia moglie.
So, and it's a family business. That's one of the things that I love about Italy. And so him, his wife, and the two kids, they all work here, which is it's perfect. Like you'll see the generation continuing. I'm asking game actually a curiosity what tourists would order here for bread and what Italian would order. I will give you.
Il turista viene e vuole la puccia farcita o la scrocchiarella con mortadella, stracciatella e pistacchio.
So the tourist usually comes here. They want to have like a panino. It's a puccia, which is originate in the southern part of Puglia. It's a kind of a panino sandwich, or the scrocchiarella, which is a crackle, which means it's
croccante perché ha una lievitazione 36 ore.
Is a 36 hours
Quindi
fermented.
leggerissima con mortadella, stracciatella e pistacchio. È quella che va più della maggiore.
It's almost like a light focaccia, which is stuffed with some stracciatella, the inside of the burrata, and the mortadella, the pistachio. Those are the very popular things tourists order. Gli italiani, invece, d'Italia.
L'Italia, focaccia al pomodoro, focaccia barese.
Focaccia barese, barese style focaccia, the classic one.
Oppure mettiamo con ripiena con cipolla, olive e capperi, e questa qua.
And this
questo
one was
a vino, e dentro c'è...
So questo è un mini calzone.
Esatto,
so this
calzone di cipolla.
Calzone di cipolla, typical from here. So onions, capers, olives. Also we love the salty.
Prosciutto.
Oh, this one, which is not really vegetarian, but it's perfect. It's gonna plus sometimes the bakery also they do sweets as well.
Dolci.
Questi sono
le
cartellate.
Le cartellate, esatto. Che li facciamo sia fritte normali, poi al miele oppure al vincotto.
It's like the end of the season, so we have the one with the ani, also one of my favorite.
Quali sono quelli che sono usciti ora?
Bocconotto.
Dammi uno.
The monopolitano, which is inside with some almonds, and the amarene, which is a wild cherry. Ecco qua.
Lo devi assaggiare.
No. Like, okay, I'm gonna suffer. Still worm.
Se devi proporre deve essere buono.
So good. You see, it's got a little bit of the almond paste and the sour cherry, and it's not too sweet. And with a little bit of pastry crust on the top.
Com'è?
Buonissimo, buonissimo. Go this way. Scusate, no. Awan, watch out. Salve, buongiorno. Ah, vedi? Ah, perfect. Pasta di mandorle, the almond cookie, they just came right fresh to the oven, they're still warm. Oh my God. Quanti anni voi lavorate qua adesso?
Io sono 6 anni.
6 anni, 6 years, there's been working here now the son.
E quindi mio figlio sono 5 anni.
And the other one 5 years.
Però dai miei genitori è
Qui stiamo a posto per altri 50 anni. I said we're good for another 50 years. Vadi. Let's go. He's gonna bake some panino, a sandwich. Cosa, le tartarughe?
Sì.
We call them tartarughe turtles, right? Because you'll know why they're called that way. And the Italian love those because we stuff them with prosciutto, salami, also eggplants. We have a few vegetarian as well. See those one. Ma c'è lo stampo, giusto per fare? Sì. So they put a stamp on the top. Yeah. There we go. This is the things that be on like a bakery is also like they start already at 3 o'clock at night. There's a lot of time they use like frozen product. Here it's all fresh. This water to keep the steam. Also makes the panino, the bread a little bit more shine as well. This is the stamp for the turtles, the tartaruga. And then there's the rosetta, which is also translated little flower. Is the other, there we go, the other stamp for so. Rosetta. Rosa in Italian means flower, like rose flowers. Rosetta, little rose flower.
Allora, se fai con lo stampino rosetta, se lo fai a tartaruga, quella tartaruga si vende a rosetta no. Lo stesso impasto.
Sometimes the same thing is actually the same panino, the same bread, but then if we do with the turtle we sell, if we do rosetta, people don't want it. Since the turtle came, no more rosetta. So you can see, because like this is older, made in stainless steel, and this one is actually a newer one, right? So the turtle. So. Se insisti proprio. Ormai tanto. Almond, eggs, sugar.
Yes.
Right? Almond, egg, sugar.
And lemon.
And lemon. I can feel the lemon. Buonissimo. Vi salutiamo. We'll say hi for the Gran Forno Santa Caterina. And when you come here in Monopoli, you have to visit this place. It's right in the Piazza Garibaldi. So, ciao a tutti.
Ciao.
We're going now to another Panificio. It's one of my favorites for a picnic in the summer. We arrived at the Boss. The Boss is in Contrada Sicarico. It's right on the main road. You can see all the cars are coming. This is where you come to get your sandwich, also like your food, your lasagna for your picnic. So we're gonna go inside, visit the owner and see what they do. Andiamo. Salve. Buongiorno. La signora Anna, no, una. Like she's one of yours. So this is the place that usually me, my wife, or family, I suggest we come in the summer. We come here all the time, but in the summer in particular, you can get your little takeout to go. Also like great panino. So favorite is focaccia e cereali, cereals focaccia, stuffed with mortadella. We're gonna ask to make some of that. This one right here. And also this one is excellent. Focaccia con le cipolle. Focaccia with onions and olives. They make panzerottini, the meatballs, lasagna, my daughter's favorite. And look at the price, €4 for lasagna. So it's cheaper really to get here instead buying fave cicorie, white fava puree. And if you're vegetarian, it's got beautiful sauté vegetables, steamed Swiss chard in the back, and rice, potato, and mussels. Which I say, make sure I look blonde with the blue eyes. The same for me. Quanto tempo avete questa attività così?
Questa attività noi la gestiamo da 40 anni.
So there's been 40 years they've been here. Ma lei mi diceva anche dal 1930 inizialmente.
Questa è un'attività che esiste dal 1930.
But this place, this little store, is since 1930. And this is a typical stores, food stores you have in the Contrada Sicarico, because the people living. Quante persone vivono in questa contrada più o meno?
Qualche migliaio.
So around a few thousand people that live in this contrada. La vostra specialità, so che è tutto buono, però c'è una specialità. I'm asking them, there is a specialty in particular.
Focaccia.
Focaccia. Quale? Which one?
Tutta.
All the focaccia. That's the one. Exactly. You know, the focaccia of the boss. So you come from the boss for the focaccia. Senza cosa ordina un turista e cosa ordina un italiano. I'm asking if there is a difference or a tourist order or an Italian.
Calcolo che adesso i turisti che arrivano sono tutti informati, perciò vengono direttamente a prendere la focaccia, prendono già fave e cicorie, che è quella che va molto di più ai turisti, che è una cosa tipica proprio che trovano esclusivamente qui in Puglia.
So the tourists now they come and they're actually quite informed, and they come already know they come here for the focaccia and also for the fave cicorie, the white fava puree, and the dandelion, which is the typical cucina povera poor dish of Puglia. So I'm gonna ask them to do my favorite now, the focaccia. I like them straight, no cheese, nothing. Okay.
No,
Grazie. Si apre qua? No,
No, ma arrivano tutti.
non si apre? Ah, non si apre, ma vabbè, come si vediamo di qua? This is all the team. Look at that, the boss team. Look at that. Nomi? Annalisa? Tonia? Vittoria? Stella. Mi ricorderò tutti i nomi. Things here you can get around, and this negozio, you got a little bit of everything. You got the brioche, you got the olives, tuna, you got cheese, salami. This is more than a bakery because it's almost a service shop, service grocery store. Because when you live in the contrada, you live in the country, so people need everything. So not just the bread, they have the salumi, they have detergent. Particularly Italian love detergent, so you have to have the detergent. They even have a gas tank for your stove, and also on the back they got pasta. They have a lot. This is a great place also. If you rent a villa on the outskirts, you'll find everything. I wanted to thank Filippo and Anna. They've been doing this fantastic job for the past 4 years. So grazie. Ciao.
Niente, grazie.
Ciao. I see some people that just got some focaccia. I'm just going to ask them what they're having. Ragazzi, cosa state mangiando? Make their famous focaccia is the one made with the cereali, cereals. I love that stuffed with mortadella. Nothing better in the world. Came now to the Panificio Poggio del Sol. This is a famous place for students. It's actually my daughter's schools is around the corner. It's famous for the bread focaccia, but in particular for panzerottini, the little famous Puglia pizza dough stuffed with they have a different flavor, meat, mozzarella, tomato. So let's go inside and check it out. So, like every bakery, they have the bread. They do sandwich too as well. So the panini. So you have a different condiment here. We have sun-dried tomato, artichokes, tuna, insalata russa. Italian, by the way, they love insalata di tonno, which is canned Italian tuna with some capers and mayo. So it's right there. It have some crostate, cannoli, pastatelle, and that's where they're really famous for, the panzerotti. Those are the first students, that came out. Volevo chiedervi qual è la specialità che gli studenti piace di più, specialmente panzerottini. I was asking them what the students like to eat panzerottini. So, quali? Che panzerottini?
Mozzarella.
La mozzarella. E tu invece? Con la mozzarella? Quanti ne hai mangiato a testa? How many did you eat?
7.
6 o 7 a testa. Should do a panzerottini race. Say yes. Come si chiama, signora?
No, non mi devi.
No, va bene, no, ma perché? Ma come? Esatto. Come si chiama lei?
Io, Katia.
Katia is the owner of Poggio del Sol. E da quanti anni? Dal 1980?
Sì, vinto dall'86 siamo qua.
1986, I remember that date because it was the World Cup in Mexico. Italian lost. No, 1986, 1996. Ok, Stella, la signora là chi è sopra?
Lei è mia suocera.
So that's like a mother-in-law, which is also started the shop at that time here. Suo nome? Antonella. So she's the daughter. So I was asking question. Quindi chi lavora qua? Lei, il marito, la sua figlia?
Mia figlia, sì.
So it's a family business. So and the other sister escaped in Milan. Daughter talks about this place. She comes all the time. And by the way, sandwich is like €1.50 with all the different condiments and salami you can have. So perfect place. It's only 10-15 minutes walking from the old town of Monopoli. Also like the different kind of bread they have. Farina di semola, which is a durum flour. So sometimes we make regular flours bread, but also what's very typical, it's excellent to make a bruschetta as well. Pane integrale, the whole wheat, cereal and ciabatte. Qual è la vostra specialità? So che è tutto buono, però se c'è una specialità in particolare, qual è? The focaccia is the specialty. Esatto, i panzerottini. C'è mozzarella, prosciutto, mortadella anche? Carne? All meat, all that, perfect. So we're gonna try some panzerottini. So good. The only problem, I can eat 10 of them. Venga lei, anche lei. Saluto from Poggio del Sol, ciao. Now we are at Panificio Sant'Anna. This is one of the most historical places here in Monopoli. It's been here since 1967. They're famous for focaccia, but in particular their taralli. Let's go and check them out. Salve. Oh, look, soon you come in, you see all that food here. Here we go. It's free to try, so I'll try. Al cuzzo pizzaiola, so pizza taste. Nice and crispy, so good. This is the owner, Marcello. You're more than 50 years.
Yes.
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 And who started this bakery is like his father.
Yeah. Sì, mio padre, mia nonna.
My father, actually my grandmother. Questa location, questa zona qua.
No, in centro a Monopoli,
So they start right in the center in Monopoli, not in this location now.
in via Ricasoli.
In via Ricasole, quindi vicino a casa mia, close to
Vedi?
my house, nella
Sì,
zona
sì,
murattiana.
sì, Murattiana.
In the Murat quarter, which is just the quarter in the old town, just outside. It's from a quarter around 150 years old. So, and I know everything is good, but what?
Taralli.
Taralli, of course.
Olio e vino,
Olio e vino, oil and wine. Vino rosso o bianco?
bianco,
White wine.
White,
E
sì.
quante ne fate di varietà? So how many variety do the taralli?
20 tipi.
So we do 20 different kinds of taralli.
Pepe, rape peperoncino.
Okay, rapini onions, rapini hot peppers, like, you know, rapini is broccoli rape as well, so we call it in different way, but cime di rapa here in Puglia. Quelli si fanno, quelli non si mette il lievito, giusto?
No.
You don't put
Dipende. C'è chi li mette e chi non li mette. Noi non l'ho mai messo.
E che farina mettete? Quella normale, no?
No, sì,
So taralli usually doesn't need any yeast. It's just some people use it, but you put like a regular flour and then oil and water, and then you boil them first. Si bolliscono prima e poi si mettono al forno.
Sì, il tarallo tradizionale viene bollito prima.
So you boil it first and then you put them in the oven. Per quanto tempo nel forno?
Nel forno per 32 minuti.
32 minuti. Around 32 minutes is baked in the oven. Adesso voglio farti anche una domanda, perché c'è il periodo turistico, during the tourist time. Cosa ordinano le persone del posto e cosa ordinano le persone, i turisti? Vede la differenza?
Sì, tanta.
Sì.
Panzerotti, friselle.
Per i turisti.
Per i turisti, sì,
Turisti
sì.
would have the panzerotto, the friselle, which we'll see after. It's actually this one, this is the friselle, typical from Puglia too. It's bread, which is like cut in half and dry in the oven. Questo viene comunque seccato nel forno.
Sì.
Then we soak them a little bit of water, si mette un po' di acqua, two tomatoes, and that's it, simple.
Oppure la cosiddetta cialled.
La ciallezza, almost we call the Italian, salve signora, the Italian panzanella, the cialletta. La panzanella diciamo pugliese, quindi con l'acqua,
Sì,
pomodoro,
sì.
origano, like tomato, olive oil, oregano e salt, cipolla,
Sì.
l'aglio, se
Aglio,
Però se-
il cetriolo.
mangi l'aglio,
Vabbè,
se you eat the garlic then
fa parte del gioco. Fa parte del gioco.
Gli italiani cosa ordinano di più?
L'italiano è tradizionalista, la focaccia, il panzerotto.
So the Italian are much more traditional. It's the
Il
panzerotto,
tarallo.
yes, the tarallo and the bread. So
La
that's what
frisella, il tarallone scaldato.
tarallone scaldato, which è quello. This is another kind of a tarallo.
Si faceva del latte.
This is an old style tarallo, which is actually this my grandmother used to make. And this is an old time, so you would get this tarallone more like as dessert. You put into the milk as a breakfast. Because this is part of the Port cuisine. Flour and water, you make multiple things. You make frisella, you make a tarallone, you make many things. So we have taralli with the farina Senatore Cappelli. This is a special durum from Puglia. And then we have a hot pepper taralli. Taralli with the bacon. Oh. Taralli al finocchietto. Wild fennel pizzaiola, means a pizza flavor taralli. Mortadella flavor. Rosemary. Black olives, turmeric and black pepper, cacio e pepe, so cheese and pepper, black sesame, she got the last package. And then we have onion taralli, cime di rape, hot pepper, contadina with the different spice inside. And this is like the classic taralli bolliti, just boiled taralli. Dietro le quinte, behind the scene. Salve, buongiorno. Oh, that's how they make the frisella. Crostini. It's kind of almost a baguette. You cut it thin, you put them in the oven, and then you put olive oil. Sometimes you put a garlic too. Anche
Si chiama frisella monopolitana.
Oh, so this is
Unica, è unica.
Monopoli style frisella. Perché è unica?
L'ho inventata io.
So I invented this one because, infatti, è diverso, non c'è il buco.
Non c'è buco.
There's no hole. So
Totalmente friabile.
as a friable means crackles, like it's a
Yeah.
very, very, very crispy.
Crunch.
Crunch. Hey, you know what? Tourists, everyone loves crunch.
Yes,
in particular.
yes.
So what were you eating today? Because now it's lunchtime. No, che si mangia oggi?
Rape con le orecchiette.
Orecchiette with cime di rape today. So the wife now is time to go eat.
Il mio tarallo, comunque, è unico.
La farina è italiana?
Sì, sì.
Italian
Principalmente
flour.
deve essere Altamura.
Facciamo spedizioni in Svizzera,
They send taralli everywhere, like in Switzerland, they're famous
Calabria, abbiamo
Calabria.
le spedizioni in tutta Italia.
everywhere in Italy. Wow. I got one of those too. Like you never really wash. The more you make them, and like, you know, the more flavor you get. I got one of them. The first time you buy, you put oil, you put in the oven, you let it roast it, and then that's how I make the focaccia. This bread, which is made from durum flour. So some people say, see, this is the same kind, almost like a mini pane di Matera, but I can say is like very proud of this one that he makes as a variety.
Padre, Figliolo e Spirito
Spirito
Santo.
Father, Son, and Spirito Santo.
Sì.
They would call it the Matera because if you see the bread, that's
È
how it
qualcosa
looks
di-
Matera.
Secondo me. E questo è il pane. Così.
Wow, look at that, amazing. Oh. This is excellent also for the bruschetta. Eat it like, and the other good things about this bread, even after 1 week, it's still soft.
Il
So
pane,
the bigger it is,
perché
the more
ha
you can actually
meno
store.
Umidità.
Because what happened when it's small, it doesn't have the same moist. The bigger, the more moist, so it lasts longer. Goodbye and thank you for the Panificio Sant'Anna. So ciao a tutti. Ah, va bene, no, ma perché? Ma come? Come? Very crispy. Crunch. Which I said, make sure I look blonde with the blue eyes. Da quanti anni? Dal 1980?
Sì, vinto dall'86, siamo qua.
No, prego. Altrimenti ci vuole mezz'ora. No, scherzo.